make sure to read this article on my website at 30tcs.com. The pension fund holders and private equity firms, beware of these organizations. They lost so much money in 2008 and 2009, they will take a risk to try to get it back. And they will lose it all. And there goes all your pension money that you worked for hard all your life will disappear into thin air. And there's nothing you can do about it. In 2008 and 2009, anyone who had $100,000 in stocks or shares is now worth $5,000, $10,000. This was also planned. They finally got to the upper middle class worldwide. In other words, many millionaires are no longer millionaires. And this was also planned. And the World Bank knows this. What is left after that is the gold only. Here's something very, very strange. Did you know they're refining the gold into powder in their warehouse in New York, USA, and other places? Why do you think that they're doing this? This has been in the news many times. It has to do with something called a white stone. You will want to hear more about this and who these people are. Here's a good one. Did you know the global economy is growing, but they still need that famous stimulus packages to sustain growth? This year and next year, Canada and all other countries are about to spend $41 billion that they don't have on stimulus packages. And give it to who? And from who do you think they're going to borrow this money from? $1 billion is $100 million times 10, plus another $40 billion on top of that. On February 5th, 2010, 7 countries defuncted on their interest payments on the bonds. Spain, Portugal, Italy, Greece, and a few others. They're trying to make a deal at the moment with who? Well, this is simple mathematics. There is massive unemployment worldwide, and all countries are losing revenue, and this was also planned. Well, I found a way to eliminate all debts worldwide. More money for this and more money for that. We will have so much money we can do anything and everything. And once all countries are debt free, we can create a new world bank at 0% interest. And we have to beat them at their own game. Just because a few houses are being sold here and there does not mean we are out of a recession. Any economist or businessman that says that we are is a liar, including all governments. The union leaders worldwide should know this too, I would presume. I personally know 10 companies I used to work for have not worked in 6 months and still not working today. Everyone I know knows someone who lost their jobs and their houses. 6 out of 6 people are now looking for the same job worldwide. And this is going on in all countries. And the other thing I noticed is that people who still have their jobs have a hard time understanding that there are hundreds of thousands of people who lost their jobs and cannot find one today. All countries will have to borrow from the World Bank just to pay for the interest on the bonds monthly. This is ridiculous. This is very ridiculous, and it happened 2 weeks ago in Europe. So what are we going to do about all this? Well, I have a plan. Oops. Slide cheese. Okay, I got it. You are allowed to make mistakes. Between 1970 and 2002, the poorest African countries received $294 billion in loans. They repaid $298 billion in penalties and principal, but still owed more than $200 billion, the same with many other countries in all continents. The USA doesn't care how much money they borrow because the World Bank is located in New York City. Pay attention to this, and this is how the World Bank is making the money from poor indebted countries. Well, I found a way to stop this. The World Bank so-called mission to reduce poverty and improve the standard of living is in question. The Forest Carbon Fund project that the World Bank started did create problems, wars, and death in tiny little communities worldwide. The only way to stop wars and poverty in a global recession is to put the World Bank out of business by repaying them back in full, especially the bondholders. And then we can create a new World Bank at 0% interest. Who are these people? What is their motive? What is their belief? Why are they refining the gold into powder? I will get into details about this later on. 7 countries collapsed on their loans. There will be many more in 2010. What are we going to do about all this? Unemployment, the recession, the economy? Well, I found a way to eliminate all debts worldwide, which will create millions of jobs worldwide, and eliminate poverty once and for all by creating a debt-free society, which will also stop many wars in a global recession. What would happen if the world had no debt? We're about to find out in 2013. On 08/08/2011, we will vote on a certain proposal worldwide, on an idea whose time has come. It's okay to be scared of new ideas. It's a normal reaction. And once all countries are debt-free, we will start a new World Bank at 0% interest. And this is how we're going to do it. Just bear with me for about 5 seconds. In 2012, we will have 13 months. Now we need some rules. Remember, this can be improved upon. During the first 12 months of 2012, banks, financial institutions, and the business communities, mortgage, visa, etc. will be paid a regular 12 times. But in the 13th month of 2012, no one will pay a rent or a bill of any kind. Important, this is the only way it will work because banks and others will take your house away if you don't make that monthly payment. It will not be government officials collecting the money. No one there is to be trusted. Payroll systems and accounting systems can be readjusted for 1 year. The same goes for birthdays for those born on the 29th, 30th, 31st of the month. In 2012, on the 13th month, those 3